massive growth plan for this year. So let's dive into it straight away. The topic today is 7 steps for getting your first 1,000 YouTube subscribers. And we're going to be talking about the 7 C's of YouTube success. That's courage, clarity, channel, content, community, cash, and consistency. And we're going to be going through those throughout this training. And I'm also going to be giving away 2 copies of YouTube Secrets. And all you have to do to be entered to win one of the 2 copies is just like this video, make sure you're subscribed to Video Influencers, and leave a comment of what one of your YouTube goals is for 2019. Maybe that's an amount of videos you want to post, an amount of collaborations you want to do, anything at all. Just leave a comment, and then my team will be picking out 2 of the best comments to be giving those books away. And you can enter real simple for that. Our agenda today is to cover our 7-step system for growing to 1,000 subscribers and beyond. So tell me in the live chat how many subscribers you currently have. Even if you're beyond that, these strategies are super relevant. This is what I've been focusing on as I've been preparing my personal YouTube growth plan for this year. But if you're also just starting, this will really, really help you. I already see MindMob saying, I want to get to 1,000 subscribers in 2019. That's a great goal. I see Oven Media is at 92. Dylan's across 1,000 with 1,003 subscribers. So we have all kinds of different sizes of channels. I believe this training is going to be massively helpful for you. We're also going to talk about how to 10x your video uploads, upload more videos with less work and less stress, as well as how to get 75% off our YouTube Secrets Quick Start online course. That'll be towards the end of the training. But if we are just meeting, Benji and I started this channel 4 years ago with the passion for helping you build your influence, income, and impact with online video. And we've had over 2 decades of experience in this industry, over 5,000 video uploads between us on our various channels, over 2 million subscribers, 2 7-figure brands we've built independently. We've interviewed over 100 video influencers, and we've helped thousands of entrepreneurs and business-minded content creators learn how to leverage YouTube to grow their influence. And I say that just so we can kind of get to know each other, but you can also see that I'm not new to this space. Like, we're bringing some proven principles that you can trust for growth, that are not just based on our own experience uploading over 5,000 videos, but that are also based on the experience of the interviews that we have done. And over this period of time, in the past 4 years, we set out asking the question, what are the proven principles of YouTube success? Not just some of the things that work sometimes, but what are the building blocks that never change for growing on YouTube? And that is how we formulated the 7 C's of YouTube success. And we're going to go through those. And maybe you've already heard those. In fact, let me know if you've already read YouTube Secrets. So you're probably familiar with these, but I believe you're going to get some nuances that will really help you grow and get more views this year. And let's start it off with C number 1, and that is courage. Courage. The reality is that maybe you're watching this video and you haven't started YouTube, or you kind of have a channel, but it's still kind of scary to get on camera. You got to start by actually punching fear in the face, punching perfectionism in the face, and pressing record. And I love this quote from Zig Ziglar that says, you don't have to be great to start, but you have to start to be great, right? And so even as we kind of approach the new year, I want you to have a new, kind of a fresh mentality of beginning again, whether this last year was frustrating or whether it was awesome. You know, we're starting a new year. It's a new chance to get our strategy together, to get our mind right, our grind on, our hustle on, our focus tight on exactly what it is we want to do. But you got to start. Like, we actually have to press record. And, you know, for me, I remember a lot of the questions we get is, you know, how do you actually build your confidence to be on camera? And it takes me back to like 2010. I remember this is a screenshot of this video that when I first kind of put a video out, and this video was so bad, right? I just was on a cheap webcam. I had a little USB mic. It's over on my personal channel. But I'm so glad that I started, and I even started before that, because if I never posted some bad videos, I would have never gotten to the videos I'm putting out today. And so you got to just punch fear in the face, right? But here's some practical tips for how to build confidence on camera if you're newer to YouTube. Number 1 is practice, 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 right? Like, it's not that practice makes perfection, but practice makes progress. And your first videos are going to be your worst videos. And even as you keep going, to be honest, maybe you already have like 50, 100, 150 videos. You still have a ways to go. Don't you know that, right? I know I still have a ways to go. I'm always trying to become better as a communicator, better in teaching, better with my energy, more confident, and I'm always trying to practice. And one of the biggest mistakes I see people make, though, is they post 1 or 2 videos and they get discouraged, and then they think, oh man, I just don't have what it takes. No, you got to put out way more content than you could really ever imagine to build up that courage and that confidence. It's like kind of like lifting muscles. Clearly, I have not been lifting muscles. Clearly, I've not been lifting any weights, and that's why I don't have the guns. I don't have the biceps. I got these scrawny arms. So what do you have to do? You got to put in the repetitions. And so while I haven't been at the gym, I have been putting in the repetitions of a lot of not that great videos, a lot of ugly videos, a lot of not, super well put together videos. But because I practice, I built more confidence and momentum over time. I just want you, maybe if you're newer in your journey, to maybe even let the first half of this next year be a practice year. Don't worry about the results. Just worry about getting videos uploaded and leveling up your craft as you go. But also have a plan. Before you get on camera, don't just wing it. Prior planning prevents poor performance. Get your ideas together, outline your content a little bit, and you'll have more confidence because you will know what you're talking about. Also, dress for success. Now, this is maybe it doesn't really matter, what you dress in or what your style is. That's not what I mean. But I do mean get dressed in a way that builds your confidence, that puts you in the peak state of mind. Maybe it's just for you, it's just like t-shirts and like your gaming or whatever it is. The style doesn't matter, but think about your set. Think about, how you're presenting yourself. Put yourself in the optimal state. I know for me, I usually don't want to get on camera, right, when I roll out of bed, right? I want to get ready and put myself together, put my plan together, my script or my notes together, even clean up the background a little bit. I mean, my desk had a whole pile of stuff before I started this stream right here. So I cleaned it up so that I could get into the right mindset to be confident on camera. And then remember, it's not about you, it's about what you have to say. A lot of times the reason we're worried is we're worried about stumbling, which we'll do. We're worried about saying which I do all the time. We're worried about this other stuff. No, it's about your community. I need to show up here so you can get value, so you can crush it on YouTube in 2019. If I'm thinking about myself, then I'm not thinking about serving the people on the other side of the camera. I want you to be obsessed about the content you're delivering and not just about, how you look. Because honestly, you'll probably be more critical on yourself about how you look and sound than even other people will, because they just want the content value, right? They're looking for the information and the value you're providing. And then number 5, it's okay if you mess up. I can't even wait because Benji and I have this video coming up that is a behind the scenes of a batch production day. And right in the middle, we talk about how there's all these mess ups. I mean, restarts, stumbles. When we're shooting kind of our traditional type of YouTube videos, it's okay if you mess up. Just keep posting, keep shooting, keep uploading videos, and stop overthinking. One of the biggest things that's going to hold you back, right, in 2019 is just pondering and not posting. Stop overthinking what people are going to think, if the video is perfect, if everything's right in the video. It's not going to be, right? But just pump out content, because that's honestly, you have to get out of this contemplative state at some point and actually start crushing it by turning on your camera and recording some videos. So stir up that courage, which brings us to our second C, and that is clarity. Clarity. I think this is one of the biggest leverage points of growing in 2019. And my question for you is, what is your end goal? What is the end goal for you on YouTube? Like, what is it you want to achieve on a macro level? One of the reasons we actually started Video Influencers is we actually knew we wanted to put out a book. And so now many of you you've read this, or you've had the ebook, or you could win a copy today, right? We're giving a couple copies away. We kind of knew that was one of our end goals. We also knew that there was other things we want to do even future in our careers. For me, I'm super passionate about business and personal development. And so even in my 30s, I just turned 35, I was thinking about, I'm focusing on video and building my influence in that space. And it's something that I've been doing since 2003. And your gift will make a way for you, right? Like, it's just something that has kind of been my wheelhouse. But I even have a plan beyond, like, where this is all going. Where's this all going for you? What do you want your YouTube channel to achieve? Do you want it to build a community? Do you want it to let you quit your 9-to-5 job? Do you want it as a creative outlet? What's your end goal for your channel? Real Love Listen says, I want to use YouTube as a platform to build my brand. I think that's super smart. Some people are on YouTube to connect with other people, to build community and things like that. Aries says, my end goal is to self-love, self-grow, and inspire people along the way. I love hearing, and keep sharing in the chat, or if you're on the replay, in the comments, what your end goal with YouTube is. But when starting out, you really want to know these questions. And if you have a journal, pull out some notes, really drill down on these. Maybe you already know these, but really drill down on these, because the clearer you are on these for 2019, the faster you will grow to 1,000 subscribers and beyond. So who is your target audience? Most people start creating content before knowing who the content's even for. Who is your content for? Who is your target audience? Who is the end user group of people you want to reach? And remember, if you try and reach everybody, you'll end up reaching nobody. There's no way that everyone on planet Earth, 7 billion people, are going to love your content. However, there is a small group that could love your content. And here's a tip. The smaller, the better. If you actually want to get big, start small. Start with the smallest kind of possible. It needs to be a viable market, but you want to start with the smallest group of people, serve them well, add value in that space, and it can expand later. And then what is your value proposition to that target audience? Like, what's your promise? One way to think of your YouTube channel is the word promise. So you can write that down. Like, I'm making a promise. Like, we promise you that when you subscribe to video influencers and you watch these videos and these trainings, that we're going to help you grow your influence, your income, and your impact with video. We're not going to help you organize your closet. We're not going to help you get that smoky eye under shadow. We're not going to help you, learn about different nonprofits, or, like, we have this clear promise to you, and that's why you're here. What's your promise to your audience? Tell us in the comments. And I want to talk about putting together a simple napkin plan. So let's get it on paper right now. And maybe you have a phone or whatever else, but there's something powerful about planning on paper. There's actually science that backs up what it does to our psychology. When we make our goals written out, it makes them more concrete, more tangible. So maybe write down some of your goals and write down your simple napkin plan. And Benji from Video Influencers is a great example of this, because one of the channels he runs is his cooking channel called Benji Man TV. And his target audience is people who love food and want simple and easy to make recipes that taste great. And his value proposition is one upload a week that is going to give you a recipe, whether that's easy pasta recipe, creamy mushroom, how to make the perfect omelet. I'm getting hungry as I talk about Benji's videos, but that's his promise, right? And so he's got a target audience, people who like food. No one's going to his channel to learn how to grow their YouTube channel, right? No one's going to his channel to learn how to build their business. It's very clear. Remember, it's powerful to have a niche, a specific topic. And Benji's doing a great job of that. So his napkin strategy is this one video a week that is intended for people who want those simple cooking recipes. And that's it, basically. So let's make yours really quick. Create a simple napkin plan. Who are your videos for? You want to answer that question. You write that down. Who are your videos for? Is it for people that want some inspiration as they commute to work? Is it for stay-at-home moms that want less stress, that are homeschooling their kids? Is it for people who want the best strategy videos for getting more money in Red Dead Redemption 2? Come on, I'm 40% completion. I'm waiting for Christmas break when I can really finish this game. Who is it that your videos are for? Number two, when will you post your videos? That's your napkin strategy. When will you post your videos? And another question there is, how many will you post? Benji, once per week. And his promise is to upload every week. People ask, should I have a specific day? I think so. But you want to know something? I don't think Benji does. Video influencers, we've never been able to commit to one. Think Media doesn't have a specific day yet. And we've gotten this far. But what our commitment is new videos every single week, at least one. So when are you going to post your videos? And then number three is, what value do your videos promise? And write this down. Don't just pie in the sky it out there. Make it concrete on paper. What value? It's going to inspire you. It's going to make you laugh, whatever it is. which brings us to, so write down your napkin plan for 2019. So that way you can have more clarity and more planning this next year. And here's actually a pro tip as we keep going. Pro tip, set a sustainable pace. So as we approach this new year, I think we always get super pumped around the new, I know I do. I start like getting so ambitious, like imagine what we could do. Maybe we'll post 1,000 videos this next year, and let's launch 4 podcasts, and let's write another book. And let's also, and we can dream really big, but sometimes it's really important to make a sustainable plan that maybe isn't as sexy, but is actually sustainable, right? And so a pro tip is set a sustainable pace. And so here's a picture of my main channel. It's called Think Media, right? And so on that channel, this kind of speaks to the power of a sustainable pace, while not just focusing on a short-term sprint, but rather on a week-by-week, year-by-year. What if we just took a second and instead of even just planning the next year, you had a vision for the next 5 years? And I've learned that actually a lot of people underestimate, or a lot of people actually overestimate what they can accomplish in 1 year, but they underestimate what they can accomplish in 5. So sometimes we think, oh man, beginning January to December, that's like the whole, no. What if it's like the next 5 years? You make smart decisions and you have a sustainable pace over the next 5 years, you can make a lot of traction. And so Think Media has over 42 million views, right? It's a lot of views on my YouTube channel. And it actually started though back in 2010. And you can see that on this graph, that's where it was. And at the time, I couldn't even upload a video a week. I had a full-time job. I had, of course, responsibilities, and I had freelance clients. So I maybe that first year was able to upload like 10 videos. Second year, I was maybe able to upload like 22 videos in the whole year. You can see that even by 2015, there's a few jumps on here. And by the way, this is even thousands of views right here. I mean, thousands and thousands, and even hundreds and hundreds of dollars of income. But it's a blip. You can barely register it on this graph compared to the end of 2015. So about 3 years ago, things began to pick up. And then today, we're getting about 1.5 million views a month just on Think Media. But what's the point? This is a long journey. This is an 8-year picture. And I'm not trying to say that your growth on YouTube is going to have to take that long. When you have a channel like this and tips and strategies like this, it can grow much faster. But what I'm trying to say is that get a vision for the long haul, and slow and steady wins. And so let's break it down like this. Imagine, I see some people do this. They try to do 365 days of daily videos. Vloggers, they feel like they're on this hustle. It's like this endless treadmill. It's super tiring. It's super exhausting. And what I would much rather is watch this. Rather than you do 365 days of daily videos, I'd rather you do 364 weeks of one upload per week. That would actually be one video a week for 7 years. How crazy is that, right? And instead of actually rushing to get a video out daily, imagine if you had a little more time to craft and actually put out great videos that build your brand over time. And you do that consistently for 7 years, you've built an empire. You've built a massive portfolio. You've built a personal brand that proves you can be consistent. You can show up over time, that you've got some real credibility in the industry because you've been building slow and steady wins. 365 days versus 364 weeks at one video per week. And I say this too because I really believe this. We get the question, what's more important, quantity or quality? In 2019, I believe this with all my heart, quality is more important. Quality is more important. Quantity is important.